On today's episode, we welcome Noah Salko, CEO of Nexaloom. Noah, welcome.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here.
Thank you. So, tell us about your business. What is it? What made you start this business?
Yeah, Nexaloom started as a project of myself about 4 years ago. I think that was the inspiration for that. A bit backstory to myself: I lived in Kazakhstan, and I had the language barrier as an issue then because it's a Russian-speaking country, and one of
Mm,
the issues that I had was just trying to book appointments. As a foreigner, there were just no opportunities. I mean, there were opportunities, but most of them involved having to have conversation with the locals to get appointment booked. That was a challenge for me because I just wish there was an opportunity for me to book without having to deal with the language. So, and
absolutely.
yeah, that was what led to the first dream of building a platform to do specifically this, which has grown now into more of what we have now. We've grown out of Kazakhstan. Now we're running in the United Kingdom, but
Mm,
that was basically what started the process of building Nexaloom. So at the core, we're an booking platform. That's the main problem we're trying to solve. Yeah, you might say there are many appointment booking platforms at the moment, but mainly most of the challenges we face is many of them are either like very old, they're not up to date with latest trend. Some of them are too complicated because many people just want something that solves the problem that they have actually now. And thirdly, I think one of the things that our customers deal with a lot is the pricing. The appointment booking platforms have just gone way out of budget for so many people, especially for the small and medium-sized businesses. Say, for example, just someone starting up their dance studio, for example, or a salon, for example. Many of these costs are just way out of the budget, apart from hidden fees and everything else that comes to it. So that's the angle we come into, and yeah, we've pretty much progressed into adding other features that I hope we get to discuss today as we go.
absolutely. And what made you go into the resolving this problem? Did you saw that yourself as a problem, so you just want to fix it, or you saw this in businesses that you worked with and then wanted to fix it?
Yeah, like I said, firstly, it was a problem myself I faced
Okay.
because there was the need, and then I started. I mean, because usually when I've built other softwares like say Me to You, which was a flower delivery platform, because I
Hmm.
wanted to then deliver a platform to a flower to my girlfriend, and there was nothing. So I built something for that. That's pretty much my mindset when it comes to things. But yeah, I did some research, especially then I had so many would say survey interview with salon owners, try to understand their pain points, try to understand
Hmm.
I mean, why are they still in the search for a new software if there's so many softwares out there uh, in the industry? So it's a combination of both my pain and people's pain, and yeah, we try to find something that solves both problems. As I always say
Absolutely.
to our customers when we have those sales call, like the initial call, discovery call, I tend to tell them, do not see us as rigid. We try not to be rigid, like this is all we can provide. You let us know what the problem is, and we try to see how we can solve. And if we see that we can
Mm,
solve that problem, then yeah, we can work together. But in most cases, we try to give like kind of bespoke, so to speak, solution
mhm,
because everyone has different problem at the end of the day.
mhm,
So that's been our approach, and now we're just trying to get that to a scalable uh,
mhm,
solution because, as you can imagine, we can solve everyone's problem individually. So we just gather all the problems and try to find a middle point,
mhm.
for everything.
Yeah, nice. And what's your main focus as a founder? Do you mostly do tech side? Do you do decision side, sales, or do you just do all of it? What's your main focus as the founder?
Yeah, at the moment, I wear many hats.
Yeah.
So I started this as as a technical person. So I wrote all the code for the
Mm,
software. I basically solely wrote most of the MVP product. We have the MVP product out. We already with beta clients now. So
mm,
I wrote the software at the beginning. Now I think over the past 2 3 months I've been trying to transition more into the operational role, executive role, getting both trying to we're in the process of getting funding at the moment. So I've been doing
nice.
more of the yeah, more of the work, executive work, so to speak, there, and handing. I've learned to delegate at the
Hmm.
moment. So we're a team of 4 now. We're
Nice.
still pretty much a small team. We try to keep teams small and effective,
Hmm.
if you can call it that. But yeah, and other things are outsourced mostly. But yeah,
That's
that's been my
amazing.
role now. So I do basically everything. Accounting, I do it also. So
Absolutely. Was it hard to delegate some work? Sometimes like people start their businesses, they're so attached to the project and they don't want to like put other people into it because they're like my work is better. Was
yep,
it like a easy transition to do, or was it kind
no.
of hard?
And
No.
I'm still struggling with it till
Okay.
now. So it's not
Yeah.
something I would say like I've learned to delegate and yeah,
Nice.
I'm there now. No, I would be honest. I would say, I mean, sometimes because you see a work, you look at it like, oh, I could do this in like less time, or I could do this much better. So one
Hmm.
of the things I've just tried to do is just to trust people to say like, okay, I mean, if I hired them to do the job, that means they're good at what they do. They have a different perspective to it. So
Hmm.
I don't necessarily have to agree with that, but I have a lot of other things to do anyway too. So I
Absolutely.
I just let them, yeah, do what they need to do. But still, every now and then, yeah, it doesn't stop being a problem. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I could
Absolutely.
do this.
And if you want to scale, that's the way to go. But it is the hard part. It's the leadership part, and then just trusting people into it because it's always your little baby. You don't want to like trust it
Right.
to no one else. But
You don't
that's
want
how
anyone touching your baby at the end of the day.
basically. So for the businesses that you help, what kind of businesses is it in general?
Yeah, in general, for those that can be mentioned, I've worked with gaming companies in the
Okay.
past. Oh, do you mean, are you talking about my
For
experience, or are you
the
talking
yeah
about Nexaloom?
for Nexaloom.
Okay. Mostly in terms of business I've worked with, it's mostly we focus on 2 industries mainly, which is the salon and beauty industry, and fitness, say for example, dance studios and fitness studios generally. So those are the 2 main core industries we work with. Our software is quite flexible in you can select your industry and you have a different total experience
Hmm.
to each of them. We do not try to force a private booking because that's what tends to happen in many of the software. Is I've had clients come to us and say they're using the software, but they feel it's meant to be for another industry. It's just being
Hmm.
forced on them to use. So, for example, a salon. So what we do is, yeah, we have custom built interfaces for both industry, if that makes sense. So
Oh,
if
nice.
you're a class software, yeah, you get the experience like managing classes. Uh, and if you're a private salon, for example, that does mostly, since salons do mostly one-to-one appointments, right? They don't do multiple people at the same time,
Mhm.
so they have a different experience there. So we try to keep it to those 2. Yeah.
And what kind of technology did you saw them using that was maybe bad that your SaaS can bring and help them be more productive or bring them more of a positive thing to their
Yeah,
business?
I think it's mostly per industry. If I were to go to the salon industry, for example, we had a client. I mean, just not to be in full disclosure, some of them have to. I will give you an example of a client we had that's pretty much very interesting. They were first to use Shopify to handle their appointment software, which is quite a strange decision to choose
Okay. Well.
Shopify over an appointment booking software. But when I had a chat with them, I did understand the problem they were facing because they're very big class. They're an academy actually, and
Okay.
most of appointment booking softwares, the way it works is it's quite rigid. You can't mix cards. There's no card system, if that makes sense. You can
Hmm.
book a class with this instructor and then go to another school because they run multiple schools, for example, right?
Mm.
So they want the ability for parents, and mostly they deal with parents, right? They want people to the parents to be able to select classes across different locations, across different teachers at once, and book, say, like 40 classes
Hmm.
just in one booking. Most of the time, no appointment booking is really, appointment software is really doing that because the way the flows work is mostly rigid per location, if that makes sense. So that was a
Hmm.
problem. And they were forced to use Shopify because they just made everything a product and
Yeah.
you can buy it. But they lost the the reason to use appointment booking at the end of the day, because now it's Shopify, they can't manage attendance because it's a product, right? They
Mm-hmm.
can't see their upcoming classes. It's not date optimized, if that makes sense. So
Mm-hmm.
they were forced to use old technology just because nothing in the industry solves their problem. Uh, and that was where we were able to come in, because again, we have quite a flexible platform that works bespoke to them. We also build, by the way, Nexaloom is not just an appointment booking software. We also have a website builder, so to speak. So we
Okay.
build a custom. We have a custom build for them. We give them their own. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're on our enterprise plan, for example, we can have a custom build for you. We also have templates for you to just go live in a couple minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're able to solve that problem, considering we provide this solution for them. So that's an example. We have people actually using softwares that are popular, say things like Square. We have customers with Square. We have
Yep.
customers with Fresher, for example, is another competitor in our space. And yeah, sometimes, for example, I think with Fresher, if I may speak, most of the issue has been with pricing and the
Mm-hmm.
complexity in managing, because yeah, they try to. There's a lot of features packed into it. So that's one, and the Square also is mainly because now the industry has shifted. For example, in the salon industry, things have kind of shifted now. Before, people work, individuals, they work with a salon as an employee. That has been the
Yep.
way people work. But now the industry has kind of shifted to more independent,
Mm-hmm.
you know, people. So it's more like four people coming together to work at a salon, but they are independent. They want to handle their finances independent. They just under
Mm-hmm.
the umbrella. But most of softwares don't give that independence to the
Mm-hmm.
employees. So that's also one of the problems we're able to solve, which is, yeah, we still support everyone being on their own, everyone managing their appointments, but just working under the umbrella of a salon. So yeah, those are some that comes to mind. Generally.
That's nice. You can see that really the difference between both of them. You just explained it like super good. Is the small businesses sometimes get challenged by the fact that you have AI in your? Do you have AI in that SaaS platform?
Yeah, so
Okay.
our AI, it's called Next AI, is something we have it only now with beta customers.
Okay.
And we have two versions for it, one for the partners, we call them the partners, and one for their customers. The customer AI is mainly an interactive human
Hmm.
interface AI. It's more like the way you chat with LLMs
Okay.
nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the goal is to detect intent and get them booked. So they have a natural
Okay.
conversation like, "Hey, are you open today? What services can I book?" etc. And yeah, that goes there. And also we have the business side of things, which is providing insights. I wouldn't go into much detail, of course, but providing
That's good.
insights into the customers, giving the partners insights into their customers. Say, just an example is customer A tends to book, say, hair, like hair coloring at 12 p.m. every Sunday. So we've dictated a pattern for this, and the AI
Hmm.
can basically say, we notice this person books basically at 12 a.m. on, say, every Sunday, for example, not a good day.
Hmm.
Suggest them to, can you, do you
Yeah.
want to write them an email to see if they want to,
Oh.
or automatically send them an email like, yeah, this person is available at this time, do you want to book your next hair appointment, something to that effect. And yeah, so those are the two models we're working on at the moment. We're
Hmm.
hoping to, yeah, have the release done by first quarter next year, at least to more public customers. But yeah, that's the
Nice.
work we have
So
with
so
AI at the moment.
so it basically nurture the clients to make sure they come back when they see a good patterns towards it, and they
Yeah,
act
one of the
as
main
a
challenges is that.
nice, and it's act like a chatbot on this website for them to ask questions as a customer, just to easy let the customer
Yeah,
experience. Okay.
not just questions, but actually it gets them to book. So it's
Oh, okay.
actually an alternative to the UI for booking. They ask
Mm-hmm.
questions, and we do have a demo on our website now that shows that they ask questions, it dictates intent, and they can actually complete the booking. Of course, the payment part, we do not let the AI handle that. So all it does is,
Mm.
it starts with it sends a request to our servers. We create basically draft bookings, and we send them a link. Then the link
Nice.
does they do the payments just part out of
Hmm.
that. But yeah, not just for questions. Of course, it can answer questions
Yeah.
of things. I think we have a demo there that gives the client like what is Olaplex, I guess, like what is this
Hmm.
product. So it can also help them
Hmm.
handle things in that side.
And do you see your clients being interested in that service too as AI, or they're more like, because AI sometimes can be uh, a subject that people are scared of or they don't want to implement because they don't really know what it is or how it works. So did you bring that subject to your clients right now, and are they interested, or it's more like a iffy question?
Yeah, definitely. This is something we've market validated. It took us a
Okay.
long time to even get to this point. We've had other ideas in terms of how do we want to use AI in this industry. But one
Mm-hmm.
of the things we found is, yeah, we just try to find out what are the repetitive tasks that
Mm-hmm.
that they tend to do that they don't mind offloading
Yeah.
to the AI so that they can handle. And they found it like just quite useful, not having
Mm-hmm.
to handle all this chat. Of course, they can take over. There's the takeover mode, like, okay, I want to take over this conversation, so you still can
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
But for example, say receiving message in the evening of, hi, do you have this? They're not available. Something else can, I mean, the AI can handle that. So we've validated this. Of course, it's something we're still validating. You can never stop
Mm-hmm.
validating an idea. So, but generally, that's been the feedback we've received with this. Like, yeah, if it helps with repetitive tasks, that's good. Also, with reports, I think one thing they've really loved is reports, because most of the time these
Mm-hmm.
salons they have to report to their accountants, say at the end of the year, the
Mm-hmm.
month, say, yeah, this is our earnings. It was just as easy as, yeah, what's my finance
Mm-hmm.
reports for the end of the year, or what's the how much should I pay this stylist that works with me at the end of the year, rather than searching the
Nice.
entire interface for how do I get this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's much easier actually for entry level people that don't use complex systems or that are not quite used to complex systems, because all they
Mm-hmm.
need to do is just request as they would have requested from anyone.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice feature, because I can already see like at the end of the 3 months or 6 months, wherever you have to go and get all the receipts. So instead of like
Right.
searching for all that, it's just all in one
Yeah.
place, just on your
All in one
platform.
place.
So that's nice. It's a really nice idea. I can picture it and being so easy for like the owner for just using it. So really good idea. Nice application too. So what's working well with Nexaloom right now as the business is? You said you have a new team. Is there like things that are super like good and challenges in your business right now?
Yeah, I think, yeah, actually it's good you touched the team. I think that the team is probably what I would say works so well. I mean, apart from, of course, our wonderful clients, the team
Mm-hmm.
is what works so well, because we've been able to build a team of people not only uh, knowledgeable in what they do, but they're also passionate about the software. I love the
Nice.
conversations we have with the team. They bring ideas as well, so it's not something that comes from just from the management. It's something we all
Mm-hmm.
ruminate on when we have the
Nice.
meeting. So this has been a great value to the software or to the project as a whole. Also, I would say our clients, I would say the cadence of the traction we're having now is something that I would say definitely works well, because we've been kind of dormant, so to speak, for a bit,
Okay.
until recently, where when we've started putting in much work into into things. And yeah, I would say that's where we are at the moment.
And for any challenges in your business right now, what's one of the biggest as a SaaS company?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest issue I would say that we face, I wouldn't say generally as SaaS, but that we face at the moment is getting the message across. Because so many
Mm-hmm.
times we have so many of these great features, but you need to get customers to know that you have this. Many of the times, the customers, this was just, and this is why I say we have so many wonderful clients. Just last week, I got a message from one of our clients that said, you should promote Nexaloom more. I have friends that are using this, and they don't know that, yeah, you could do this, you could do that. I was like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we definitely should do more in there,
Yeah.
because we've not been able to pass the message across as we should.
Hmm. And but do you still get referrals from? the people you're working with? Is it a bit of a referral base right now, or
Yeah,
it's more of
currently
a
it's kind of been mouth to mouth.
okay?
We have a sales team. We do generate we've generated clients mostly from cold outreach, as we
Okay.
do like email mostly, and LinkedIn
Hmm.
has been a great asset for us. But
Yeah.
outside that, it's been mainly mouth to mouth. Like I said, for example, that same client that they've talked to their friends or they've seen
Hmm.
what they use and like, what do you use? So it's kind of been that for now. And yeah, again,
Perfect.
we still at, I would say, the growth stage. So we've not put too much effort, I would say, in that global outreach yet, because now we're just trying to make sure we get the product right. The focus is still
Hmm.
on the product now,
Hmm.
and yeah, we can move from there.
There's always place to grow the product, even though your product sounds like it's already developed. Yeah, developed.
Yeah,
You can always add a little bit more into it to make it always better for sure. So
yeah,
what's the
definitely.
next 6 to 12 months for Nexaloom? What's the big growth goals for the business?
Yeah, I think one of the main things, if I will go in terms of product wise, we're trying to, like I said, in the next 5 to 6 months, we're trying to get Next AI out
Mm,
and to public customers. We want to improve our outreach, our brand awareness, so to speak. We're also looking into releasing. We've been getting some traction in the restaurant industry.
okay.
Uh, we have some tractions there. This is not something we're looking, since you said 12 months. So
Yeah.
that's something I could see us getting into in the next 12 months, but not something we're,
Mm,
adamant or looking to get into right now. But
mm-hmm.
as a bit of long-term goal, that's one of them. And generally, yeah, it's just to get a company to that level where we can directly compete with others, with other power punchers in the industry.
Nice. And if there would be one thing you could fix in the business, just I know there's multiple, but just one. If you
That's
have
a
that
trick
magic
question.
one, yeah, if you have that magic one, what would be that one thing in the business?
Okay, I think the magic plan at the moment would be the main issue still, like I said, was getting the message across to customers.
Mhm.
So if the magic wand would be solving that problem, I'm trying to find a proper way to, to put that across. But the magic wand would be, getting that message out, like just magically getting everyone to know, like, this is what we do, and this
Absolutely.
is what I can do with that. Of course, it's not something you can do magically, but yeah, if there
No.
is a magic,
Yeah. We always like that magic one.
yeah, don't we?
Yes. Before we close, is there any place the listeners can go and reach your business?
Yeah, so we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn, always at nexaloom.co. That's the URL. Our URL also is nexaloom.co. We have our contact information right there on the website, so feel free to reach. Also, I'm available on LinkedIn. I represent the company as much as I can, and
Mhm.
also we have our LinkedIn information there as well at Nexaloom. And yeah,
There you go. Thanks you, Noah. So that was it. That was a great conversation, and I'm excited to
yeah.
see where Nexaloom is going.
Glad to be here. I really appreciate having the call.
Thank you.